Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sunday Podcast with me, Pablo, and Twija.
Hello, guys.
Alright,
Okay.
today we have an interesting topic. And today's topic is network. Right. So, if you guys are not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share and also like the video. Also, we are now live on Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify, guys. So you guys can listen us on Spotify while you guys are in the gym while driving, without having to open up the YouTube.
Yes.
So yeah, much easier for you
Yeah.
guys.
True.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys can show your love there as well. And let's start with the podcast.
Oh.
All right. The first topic that we're gonna talk about is, well, let's ask each other this question.
Okay.
So are you Tuja. Are you comfortable with talking to people?
Comfortable with talking
And
to people. Okay.
yeah, in terms, and when I say people, more to strangers.
Okay, understood. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, I am comfortable, but if
Okay.
ada motive if there's a motive for me to speak
Okay.
with the person, like I'm not just gonna uh, jump out and then jump. Hey, hi. Nice to meet you. Can we like
Mm,
berkenalan? Like tak ada. If there's no motive macam what? Kenapa aku nak bercakap dengan dia? Macam if
okay.
yeah, right. But then if like in terms of we're saying like networking, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
hence mesti we already know that the group of people or the person we want to approach is someone yang has something that we want to benefit from it. Macam salah pula cakap macam tu. But what I mean
I
is,
mean, yeah,
yeah.
there's a exchange of values there.
Betul. In those nicer words
Faham.
yang Pablo kata tu. So kalau macam tak ada benefit, tak ada exchange in values, I'm like, it's okay. I'm just gonna be my own.
Even if like socially just tegur orang ke.
Yeah. In that sense, I'm not that comfortable. Even like, let's say we go out, right? You and me, and then you bring some of your friends yang aku tak kenal.
Mm-hmm.
At first, aku macam okay, like I'm just gonna take it slow and just listen to the conversation you guys having. But then
Mm.
when there's a topic atau a word yang aku macam, oh, okay, I think I can relate to it, or there's something that I can talk about it. Then only I'll intervene and open up myself lah.
Faham.
But in general, talking to strangers, as in an audience wise, I'm comfortable because to me, I've been on the stage for a couple of times, not many, and I've overcome the fear of being on stage, but then
Mm-hmm.
not to a point yang macam very full-fledged, full-on confident macam like there's no
Yeah, faham.
tomorrow punya macam adalah malu-malu sikit kan, tapi tak adalah aku macam very timid and no I'm not I don't
Yep.
wanna be on the stage, I don't want to talk to people, no lah.
Understand.
How about you, Pablo?
For me, I would say there's two different points. First, I would say quite I find it quite challenging untuk cakap dengan orang, especially in social situation. So macam kalau tiba-tiba, contoh ada macam ada majlis ke apa kan, parti ke
Okay,
apa ke, and then bertegur dengan orang tu macam susah.
faham.
Even in class pun macam tak kerti sangat daripada dulu kan. But when it comes to in a professional setting, macam tengah dekat office ke apa ke, I don't have that um, awkwardness ke fear ke untuk tegur orang, especially bila ada something yang nak tanya kan.
Yeah.
Pasal regarding to works.
Yep.
So yeah, those are the two macam mana, point of view kot dia kata.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean aku pun relate to that. Macam socially, I'm kind of you know, like it's okay, you know,
Mm-mm.
you guys do you. Only if there's something for me to relate to the conversation,
Yeah.
something I can put in value, then sure, I'll mingle around. But then if there's nothing, I'm just gonna listen. But
Yeah.
of course, in a professional setting, in dekat tempat kerja ke apa ke, of course macam kalau if we were to be very shy, tak nak bercakap, then it's not only gonna it's gonna be a disadvantage to us most of it.
Yeah. True. And
Yeah.
also macam even if dalam professional punya setting pun aku still ada dua tu, which is aku comfortable untuk cakap tentang kerja. Kalau
Yep.
macam meeting ke apa ke, I don't mind macam communicating dengan orang kan.
Yeah.
Even kalau suruh present ke, kena pergi depan dan cakap dengan audience ke, aku okay. Cuma when it comes to like even kat office pun kan ada socializing kan.
Yeah.
Ada social setting. So bila bercakap pasal live ke apa ke, I tend to listen more than talk.
Faham.
So tak, aku just macam faham macam tu lah.
Yeah, dengar je lah macam
Aku just aku dengar
agree
je
je
lah apa
lah.
yang dia cakap. Tak ada agree sangat pun. Just aku tak ada pun macam nodding ke geleng kepala ke, tak ada pun. Aku just macam dengar tu macam okay macam tu lah.
Okay, faham.
Tak masuk campur sangat lah, especially dalam office. So yeah, now that kita tahu kan sedikit kita punya how to say, macam kita punya communication tu macam mana.
Okay.
And you've mentioned that socially it is quite macam challenging kan. So you yourself, what are the challenges that you face? Like, do you feel awkward ke? Nak carry conversation tu ke? Macam mana?
I would say that apa benda yang menghalang aku ataupun membuat aku sukar untuk bercakap dengan orang is whether do I have knowledge to speak with that person or that group of people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's say in a setting whereby a group of friends and or a group of strangers plus friends are talking about football, contoh, right? And then if I were to intervene or aku nak speak on that topic, aku fikir like, okay, I need to know about what they're talking about, right? I need to somehow lah. I need to know, okay, football ni apa? What's happening, you know? Macam if sure, I mean, katalah aku nampak kat news, something about football happened a few days ago, and then they are talking about it. Like, to me, it's not enough untuk aku bercakap on that topic. Hence, that's why I'll just listen. Macam, ya ke? Then like, okay, alright, fine. Like, kalau ada benda yang aku boleh input, aku akan bagi. I'll speak on it. But then I would say most of the time I'll just listen. So to me, the challenge that one of the challenge that I face is not having knowledge of the topic or the knowledge to speak on whatever they're talking about. Tapi itu in the sense of one in a group lah kan. But then just solely on one, I would say my image itself.
Okay.
Macam katalah aku nak approach kau. You're a stranger, right? Aku nak approach kau, like too many they would see me as someone yang macam very sombong, very macam tak nak bercakap dengan orang, kan? Itu image yang I've built lah. It's like natural tau. Macam bukannya aku buat-buat.
Okay.
It's just what I portray without me having to really try. Because
Mhm.
previously pun ada je orang yang kau bagi feedback lah kan. Bagi feedback on like what do they think of me. So
Aha.
their first encounter with me, they will be macam, oh, aku macam not approachable.
Hmm.
Hence
Faham.
bila ada sense yang aku tak approachable, aku pun sendiri sedar benda tu tau.
Okay.
So untuk aku approach aku macam aduh, kan macam orang tak selesa pula kan. If I approach and like nak sembang dengan dia, ada that macam worry lah. Ada kerisauan kat situ lah.
Okay, faham.
Macam muka macam nak macam macam marah je kan. Tiba-tiba datang kat kau, nak sembang dengan kau kan. Macam,
Ah.
yeah, it's just my face lah, you know. I try to put up my best face when bercakap dengan orang, when trying to approach someone. But then it comes out like that, naturally.
Yeah. Faham.
To me, that's two of it lah yang you know, I often
Selalu ni lah.
macam ada je macam sub factors yang kecil-kecil kan. Tapi macam itu
Ha.
situational.
Faham,
Ah,
faham. So, untuk aku, sama juga macam kau bila aku kata, um, yang pasal face semua tu apa yang orang fikir kan pasal kita. Like, I mean, aku pun pernah juga ada orang kata macam aku ni unapproachable sebab muka aku kan.
yeah.
And even last week pun aku bila aku keluar dengan Nani, Nani kata aku punya muka memang muka yang tak nak cover. So kalau macam aku menyampah ke apa memang
Your muka.
nampak kat muka aku.
Damn.
So aku macam aku tak perasan tau. Aku buat muka biasa je.
Actually, yeah.
So dia cakap yang tu lah. Lepas tu realize jugalah daripada dulu pun aku pun pernah ada macam friends yang even kat sekolah macam tak tegur sangat pun. Cuma bila dah habis sekolah macam bertegur kan. So bila tanya macam asal dulu tak tegur apa semua kan.
Yeah.
So dia akan cakap macam oh you have that macam resting bitch face lah.
Hmm.
So aku macam oh okay. Itu satu lah. And
Faham.
then another one I would say the challenges is dia lain sikit daripada kau macam kau takut tak faham topik yang tengah cakap tu kan.
Yeah.
Macam aku more of macam aku ada problem tak tahu macam nak carry conversation tau. So macam kalau orang cerita kat aku ke apa kan, aku macam aku punya reaction aku macam oh okay. Faham tak? Macam okay, okay, faham
Kau
macam
tak
tu
boleh
lah.
kau tak boleh nak input eh.
Aku bukan tak boleh nak macam mana? Aku tak boleh nak carry on nak sambung nak bagi dia orang sambung cakap lagi. Borak benda tu.
Okay, tapi tu
Unless kalau benda tu macam kita punya conversation antara kita punya circle
yeah.
dan senang lah kan kita boleh nak carry kan.
Yep, faham.
Especially bila dengan let's say office mate ke apa ke bila dia orang cerita aku tak tahu macam mana nak carry on conversation tu. So kadang-kadang dia stop macam tu.
Oh, but then
Ah,
kau tak tahu macam nak carry on tu disebabkan you have like no interest in it ke atau like what's stopping you from carrying it on? Like tak ada, you can't brain anything to talk about lah.
ah, I think more to that lah. So, bila dia orang cerita pun ada orang macam ada orang jenis bila kita cerita betul dia orang cara dia orang carry on is, macam dia orang akan tanya lagi macam oh lepas tu apa jadi kan.
Ah,
Tu macam ni oh ni macam ni betul ni. Macam aku bukan macam tu tau.
oh,
So
faham.
aku jenis yang aku tak suka nak satu aku tak suka nak push orang kan untuk cerita. So kalau dia orang nak cerita. Kalau dia orang tak nak cerita then tak apa lah.
Yeah,
Bukan masalah aku untuk cari korek lagi cerita daripada orang.
faham. Dia
Kalau so tu lah problem aku. Antara problem dia.
dia kalau at one point of view dia dapat macam you don't really care macam orang tengah cakap you don't really care to
Dia
macam nak tak ada interest towards the topic tau.
ah,
But actually you just don't know what to say.
yep. True.
Okay.
You know, yeah, lebih kurang macam tu lah. And also macam on the topic of kau macam tak tahu nak cakap topik apa, macam nak masuk dalam topik tu kan.
Yeah.
Macam aku pun, even if kalau aku join you guys punya group yang macam contoh cakap pasal music kan, aku bukan faham pun kan macam apa, minor lah, major scale lah, apa benda dah, PTO apa benda lah nama.
Okay.
Aku pun tak tahu pun. Cuma macam, to me like the way aku nak masuk is just by asking question. So just macam dengar. Lepas tu kalau aku nak tanya, aku tanya sikit-sikit. So macam aku just biar, macam aku bagi input aku sikit aku tanya sikit lepas tu biar orang tu cakap lebih. So aku dengar je lah. Sama ada masuk ke tak masuk tu lain cerita lah. But that's how I macam masuk in the conversation lah.
Tapi at least you're showing, in a way you are showing interest lah kan. Bukannya macam kau dengar kosong, I don't want to hear about this. You guys just
in a way lah. Tapi kadang-kadang tu masuk, kadang-kadang tu after like one night lupa lah.
Of course sebab you sure you have interest in it, but then macam tak adalah as interested as they are on whatever topic they're talking about.
Tak adalah as deep macam diorang punya interest dalam tajuk tu kan.
Yeah, faham. Yeah, I mean
I think macam sama-sama.
Yeah, that goes the same way as me. Like contoh dia macam, you know, especially aku sekarang macam people talking about football kan. Most of my friends semua do football. I mean, I was kan. Honestly, I was into football, but then sekarang macam you know, dah bosan bagi aku. So, but then when they talk about football, aku macam, you know, I want to, you know, get into the conversation, but I just can't because like I said just now, I do not have the I do not have enough knowledge or things to say about it.
Kau understand. But I think macam in general lah, aku rasa like we said before kan dalam previous episode, macam aku would consider myself like someone yang introvert lah.
Yeah.
And kau pun ada cakap benda yang sama. You consider yourself introvert as well.
Yep.
Cuma so aku rasa macam diri aku yang introvert tu, aku akan jadi introvert kalau dalam social setting lah. And bila macam professional ke, bila aku perlu cakap on stage ke apa ke, time tu aku okay. Contoh macam apa yang kita buat sekarang kan.
Yeah.
Macam podcast ke apa ke, macam time ni aku macam okay.
You're comfortable macam nak sembang lah. Kan?
So mungkin kalau orang tengok kita macam ni, mungkin dia orang akan rasa macam kita bukan introvert sangat lah.
Faham.
But you know, in a social setting, in majlis ke apa ke, nak bertegur tu memang jarang lah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Even satu lagi contoh macam recently, baru-baru ni aku keluar with Wijas and with her friends lah kan. And at first aku macam aku just TV lu, survey, dengar sambil makan. And then at one point I feel like I feel not like, bukannya aku rasa left out. It's just that macam I'm giving out the don't wanna talk, very sombong punya vibe tau. So when I sense that, aku macam okay, I got to speak to someone, I got to say something. But then bila aku cuba nak initiate a conversation, at first it went well, you know, just talking about like, because they are people out overseas coming they came to Malaysia. So macam tanya lah, macam you guys dah berapa hari kat sini kan, from hari apa sampai, what you guys buat apa, pergi mana. Then dia, you know, jawab macam biasa. And then I thought it's gonna just die there, you know. But then the responder macam dia tanya soalan kat aku pula. Aku cakap okay. Then only then macam aku cakap okay, I think boleh carry on dengan conversation ni. Tapi kalau responder tu tak tak kira macam aku tanya soalan dia jawab then just end there. I won't initiate atau bagi lagi soalan or like yeah. Because at that point I feel like awkward already.
Faham.
So I would say that's one of the recent examples lah aku boleh bagi.
I see. Baik lah. Semua orang ada apa, dia orang punya own challenges kan bila bersosial. So yeah, harap korang semua dapat ni lah, dapat atasi apa challenges tu pun. And alright, now we move on to our next subtopic, which is how to break the ice.
Break the
Ooh.
ice.
Yep. How do you start a conversation with a complete stranger? How do you start that relationship?
In my
Yep.
mind macam ice breaking, company ice breaking. Mau kita pergi kita buat aktiviti apa, but yeah. But
That's one of it.
yeah, since we're talking, we're more focused towards the social part. I would
Individual.
say bagi aku, I'll just tengok. That's why contoh yang aku bagi tadi, aku akan dengar dulu tau. I'll understand like the situation first. But then since it's a one-on-one kan, one-on-one kalau ada yang perlu aku tanya, memang aku direct je lah. Like bagi contoh lah. Okay. Contoh like we're at a we're at an event. So event tu, of course there's many stages, and in the sense yang aku macam I need to do apa? I need to network with people, I need to kenal mengenal, even though like I'm not sure whether they can put in any value towards the conversation pun. Alright? So what I would do is I would approach, but before I approach tu, aku akan survey dulu. Macam aku akan tengok macam okay, orang ni macam mana orang dia. More like membaca karakter orang tu dulu lah. Before aku,
Okay.
I mean, it's like judging someone before you even approach or speak with them. But to me, that's one of the way aku feel comfortable approaching someone. Macam okay, dia ni ke kalau aku approach, like what if dia datang event sekian-sekian, right? Mesti dia ada interest towards the event. So I would use the topic itself of the event untuk buka conversation.
I see.
I would say that would be the first layer, breaking the ice. Further on, it's more of asking questions. Asking and listening.
Yeah.
Macam kalau orang tu pun ada the same interest in having a conversation with you, then sudah semestinya dia akan ajukan soalan, ask you questions, or like dia akan ceritakan dia punya, share his knowledge or experiences towards topik yang aku mulakan. So by doing that, aku macam okay, dengar dulu kan, study dulu apa sebenarnya yang dia interested in, and then only I think of okay, these are the things yang I can share with this person. Or once aku dah share, then aku tanya lagi, oh okay, how about this, what do you think about? So it's more of listening, and then you analyze what the responder is talking about, and then only you generate your comments or your question towards the responder. Then from that, timbang je lah. But aku, I believe that once you reach that stage, you dah okay dah. Macam kau dah boleh member
Yeah.
dah lah, you know.
Yeah, at least you've broken the barrier and
Yeah.
the first line. Faham.
So, like, how about you? Like, how do you break the ice?
Susah juga sebenarnya sebab sebab yalah kita pun kan jenis senang nak bertegur kan.
Yeah.
Like approach orang yang tanya macam I'm this and I'm doing this ni apa semua kan.
Yeah.
Like introduce ourselves pun aku memang jarang, but this is what I've gathered from online, and also not only tengok dengar apa yang orang cakap online, but relate it to my personal punya life jugalah.
Okay.
So I have a few friends yang dia ni jenis I would say memang extrovert lah. So kalau jumpa kau first time, dia boleh just terus macam tegur kau, macam terus jadi member lah.
Alright.
And you're like, you don't feel freaked out ke macam awkward langsung. Kau terus rasa macam selesa tau.
Okay, that's a skill, alright.
Ya, itu memang skill lah. Sampai sekarang bila aku tengok dia kat social media apa semua kan, itu memang skill yang dia ada lah. So I think one of it is the first action yang kita buat is we are breaking that macam kita punya physical barrier. So for example, handshake kan. So doing that handshake and introducing yourself, that is already like breaking the first layer.
Okay.
Obviously kalau macam kita yang agama Islam, kalau tak boleh nak handshake dengan opposite sex ke apa, tak perlulah, just introduce yourself pun through eye contact pun one of it as well.
Yep.
So itu the starting point, and then after that I think it's the same as what Tu just said earlier. We connect we find similarities in terms of feelings ke, in terms of the situation you are in. For example, you guys are in macam tu je kata ada workshop ke khusus ke apa kan, or event, specific event, and so you know that all the person that attend that course have the similar target or similar interest. So talk about it. Let's say korang tengah main dekat golf course ke, baru kenal, cakap pasal golf ke, things that are easy to connect. So that is very important as well. And then the third thing is I would say same also as Tuja, we ask questions and listen more. Sebab macam aku cakap tadi, bila aku macam tak tahu nak cakap apa dalam topik tu, for example music kan, aku bagi tadi kan, music, rather daripada aku just terus diam, I would ask question lah sikit-sikit. Even though soalan tu agak bodoh kan bagi dia orang. But to me macam aku honestly like tak tahu apa-apa kan.
Yeah.
Like major minor skill pun aku tak tahu. So aku akan try to ask question, and then I'll just let them do the talking lah. And then from there you kind of develop that relationship. And not only that, macam especially kalau kita dalam nak let's say professional setting kan, atau business setting, you want to make sure that bila kita kenal tu, after 5 minit orang tu tak lupa kita kan.
Yep, betul.
So when you make that connection, ada similarities tu, orang kata ini apa, dia ni yang tanya pasal music tadi ke, dia ni yang cakap pasal course ni, cakap pasal golf ke apa ke.
Yeah.
And ni aku belajar jugalah in terms of macam nak business, nak create network dengan orang yang kita tak kenal in an event, especially macam kita tiba-tiba termasuk dalam event yang dalam bilik tu ataupun dalam hall tu orang-orang bisnes yang berjaya kan, and kita tak tahu nak cakap macam mana, how to start the conversation or anything. So one thing you can do is first, sama juga, look at the situation you're in. If it's dekat golf course ke apa ke, golf punya event ke apa, try to talk about golf ke, talk about your experience with golf ke, tanya diorang apa, sejak bila main golf kan. Pakai uh, aku tak tahu lah apa club, apa dia punya benda panggil kayu golf tu, brand apa ke.
Yeah.
Just talk about it. And in a business setting, apa yang aku gather daripada online yang aku tengok one video ni, dia kata try to talk about anything except for business. Sebab most of the time orang yang buat business, contoh kalau kau nak buat business, mesti kau nak buat business dengan someone yang kau boleh percaya kan.
Betul.
Macam kawan kau. The last thing you want is kenal dengan orang yang kau boleh rasa macam dia try nak buat make a money or business out of you.
Take advantage of you lah.
Macam take advantage of you. Macam kau approach orang tu tiba-tiba cakap, oh, I have this plan, idea ni apa semua, tu boleh buat business apa semua. It's tak best lah kan. So one is try to do this macam small talking, try to slow kenal orang tu in that particular situation ke, or through feelings ke, through emotion lah, kalau you guys pandai nak communicate through that. And then also macam one of dia punya followers tanya dia like, how do you talk to a group of people. Macam kau seorang tapi kau nak cakap group of 2 or 3 guys yang tengah bercakap kan.
Okay.
Takkan kita nak terus tiba-tiba masuk dalam group cakap, oh hi ni apa semua, macam awkward kan.
Tiba sangat. Okay.
So apa yang dia cakap is one of the way that dia suka guna common space. So let's say tengah ambil makanan ke, tengah ambil air ke apa ke, tiba-tiba orang tu ada kat sebelah. Just do small talk, macam compliment dia punya jacket ke,
Yeah.
macam compliment jam dia ke. Then talk about jam, talk about that jacket, beli kat mana, brand apa semua. And then from those small talk, dia sort of macam, kau boleh bayangkan macam daripada through that small talk, orang akan ingat kita. Dia akan ingat macam, oh, ni yang kita tadi, apa budak ni yang tadi kita tanya pasal jam apa semua tu kan.
Yeah.
So when they are in a group, bila dia ternampak kita, dia macam, oh, ada kemungkinan yang out of, tak tahulah berapa time kita buat, but ada kemungkinan yang dia akan panggil kita untuk join the group and start introducing people to you. Dia akan macam, oh, this is the guy I met tadi dekat bar ke apa ke, oh, this is this, ni apa semua. So it starts from there. So I think one of the key point as well is earning the trust lah kan. Macam make people comfortable enough to macam be open and have a conversation with you.
Yeah. Understood.
Kalau tiba-tiba datang macam, oh, kau apa, contoh macam aku datang dengan kau kan, Tija, and let's say I know for a fact that you have a car ke kan, macam, oh, and I need to go somewhere, macam, oh, Tija, ni kau dekat, macam kau boleh tahu lah niat aku, macam aku nak tumpang kau ke, faham tak?
Of course. You know.
So macam benda-benda tu kena, kalau boleh elak lah. Because the last thing you want to do is make people uncomfortable ke, ada macam ada was-was kan. So itu yang tak best.
So you're saying that you gotta earn the trust first by making this small gestures. Only then there's a percentage of you getting into the proper conversation.
The group, yeah. Also macam more than earning a trust, aku rasa do your best not to make things awkward ataupun not to creep the other person out. Obviously macam nak earning trust tu ambil masa lama kan.
Betul.
And itu mungkin susah lah kalau kau nak buat in the first like 2 minutes of your conversation or 30 seconds of your conversation.
Yeah.
But what you can do at most dalam 5 minit tu ataupun dalam setengah minit ke, is try not to make the other person uncomfortable. Because kalau daripada first kenal pun kau dah rasa macam apa dia ni kan. Lepas tu kau punya perception pasal orang tu completely macam Macam turn off lah.
Yeah, faham. Because kau buat orang tu, the first few seconds kau dah buat orang tu tak selesa.
Macam
Like,
tak selesa ke
yeah,
menyampah dengan kau kan.
yeah, faham.
And then what do you expect the next like 1 hour ke the next few days you gonna go? So yeah. That's how I look at it. But of course macam aku pun cakap benda ni pun still like tengah belajar agak benda tu kan.
Trying to improve our social skills
Yeah.
lah.
Yep, especially in social setting. One bila kita one-on-one dengan orang. So yeah.
I mean,
Anyway,
to
kalau
add, right, before
Ah.
moving on, like, aku just realize, aku pun teringat yang most of the time, if I were to approach someone, right, it's more of my way. Dia akan what's the word? Very professional like. Tak ada professional mana pun. Tapi cara aku berkomunikasi dengan orang tu, macam it's very official tau. Macam bercakap secara official. Bukan, even in a social setting.
faham.
So, to me, that would make someone uncomfortable. I mean, based on what you
Yeah.
said just now.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes orang nak ada conversation yang chill kan.
Yeah, betul.
And not a very like formal punya conversation. So
Formal. That's the word, formal. Betul.
faham. But I guess macam that is something yang kalau someone ada problem yang sama juga, I guess that is something yang kita boleh macam practice lah. Supaya kita boleh macam tone down sikit dia punya. Kadang-kadang kita bila kita nervous, automatic kita akan ada orang akan go into that formal mode kan.
Yeah. Life example, myself.
Yeah, so tak apa, benda boleh improve. No worries. Alright, so before we move on, I'll like to humbly ask everyone to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yep, subscribe, guys.
You know, like the video if you like the podcast so far. And moving on to our fourth topic. Ini second last lah. So fourth is networking important? Is it important to you? Personally ke, professionally ke?
Pada aku, professionally, of course, it's important. Like, because you in whatever field you are bound to meet those people in the future.
Yep.
Or in another way, you are going to work with them somehow. So,
Yeah.
if you do not create a relationship with them, then there will be more disadvantage.
True.
But then, in a social setting, I would say it depends. It depends on who are you networking with, for what reasons, and is there values, like is there positive values towards the relationship or the networking you're trying to create, the network you're trying to create.
Okay.
So macam, of course kita socialize, buat kawan, acquaintance, is to, of course, make friends and besar and mengenal lagi orang. But at the same time, kalau memang just kosong-kosong, I'm not inputting anything, you're not inputting anything, then I don't see why we should create the we should connect, because down the line we're not gonna speak to each other again ke, macam it's just a
But
one
then,
time thing.
kalau if you don't try, then you wouldn't know sama ada the relationship will continue or not.
True, but that's why aku cakap like, oh, you nak kena tahu, okay, what's the purpose of me connecting with this person?
Faham?
Like, is it just for leisure, or like, does this person, do I believe that orang ni ada value yang dia boleh put dalam kehidupan aku? So
I see.
in that sense, so kalau the person that I'm trying to connect to ada value that they can input into my life, then sure, it's worth your time and effort untuk make a network or connect with that person. Sebab
Okay.
one of it is kita tak tahu when we need help, right? In any sense lah, whether it's it's an emergency help atau any kind of help. So aku macam okay, aku pernah bersembang dengan this guy, and he's more of like a person yang I would say ringan untuk menolong orang, right? Atau membantu in any sense lah yang dia boleh. So aku cakap okay, I probably can just call up this guy and ask whether if he's available. So secara sosialnya, itulah yang aku boleh nampak how important it is. Not just of getting help. It's more of if that person boleh, if that person ada input, like bagi aku, like help me out in dire situation ke, atau kalau orang tu ada similar interest whereby macam, oh, katalah aku main music kan, and then tiba-tiba, oh, aku tertinggal barang ni, and like, oh, aku terhilang benda ni, rosak ke, aku macam boleh call macam, kau ada tak benda ni, aku nak kena pinjam lah, aku ada show lah, blah 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 blah. So dekat situ is where I see it's beneficial or it's important to have dalam social setting lah. And then satu lagi, when kita berkenalan dengan orang yang same interest of us kan, with us, mesti orang tu pun ada juga orang kawan-kawan dia lain atau kenalan-kenalan dia yang lain yang ada same interest, then we can widen lagi like our group lah.
Okay.
So katalah selama ni aku main music seorang, lepas tu aku connect dengan orang ni, connect, and tahu-tahu, oh, we've created a band together, and then we perform more. So what I'm trying to say is, kalau orang tu ada same interest atau benefit, atau not benefit tu macam mengambil kesempatan, but if there's an advantage for us to connect with that person socially, yeah, sure, it's important. But then kalau cuma untuk leisure semata-mata, sure, of course you have to have people yang you are able to go out and have fun, but tak perlu banyak bagi aku lah. Tak perlu ramai.
Okay.
So yeah, I see that's my point on how networking is important to me lah.
So I guess for me, networking in terms of social setting, I think it's For example, macam contoh girlfriend aku introduce kawan dia ke
Okay.
or a family, extended family member ke apa ke, then I try to get to know them lah, of course. You know.
Yep.
Tak adalah macam macam diam ni kan, jadi awkward kan.
Betul.
As much as I can, macam how, even though macam aku macam susah, even though it's quite difficult for me, macam aku pun at least aku try. But other than that, macam if it's in a social setting ke, to be honest, macam myself, aku try untuk improve on macam mana breaking, macam cakap tadi lah, breaking the first barrier and breaking the ice tu. Sebab I think connecting to people or creating that network goes a long way, even in social setting pun. Saya tahu in those social settings, saya tahu in the long run, that person might be someone kan, macam contoh yang paling dekat aku tengok pun, contoh macam my dad, bila dia like connect with so many people, tiba-tiba bila macam ni terjumpa dekat somewhere and orang tu let's say jual insurance ke, orang tu works in a hotel ke apa ke, and kenal.
Okay.
And dari situ you get like some sort of macam adalah benefit dia sikit. So macam bagi aku macam socially it is very important as well to connect with people, which aku pun tengah trying to improve. But what I can say more is on professional setting. Professional setting, communication skill is very communication skill and also networking is very important, because it goes a long way, especially bila kita kerja dekat satu company and we plan on working only in that company, and having a good relationship with people around, having a good network is very important, because kalau keliling kita pun kita tak comfortable, then it will be a very uncomfortable experience lah untuk kerja, especially kalau kau plan nak kerja lama kat situ sampai pension ke apa kan. So also communication,
like your environment akan terjejas along the way if you don't connect with people yang you're going to work with.
Yeah, and dengan aku pernah terbaca, and mungkin aku pun dulu pernah ada this perception lah, orang kata dekat kerja ni datang untuk kerja, bukan untuk social life, bukan untuk buat kawan.
Yeah.
Right, but the truth is, kalau kau tak buat kawan, then your working life ataupun office life tu akan jadi a mess. Kau susah nak minta tolong, kau susah nak minta pendapat ke apa, susah. You know, so nak try to have a good relationship like with people around. That is very, very important.
Yep.
Also macam communication ni sangat penting, because there's a quote, dia kata you are only as good as your communication. So what it means is you can be like the best in what you do, and contoh kau kerja IT, like kau programmer top grade lah, memang the best in Malaysia.
Yeah.
But if you're not able to communicate or showcase kau punya skill tu, then people are not gonna believe you. You know, sama juga kalau kau pergi interview, kalau kau fikir kau like you're the best kan.
Yeah.
And then kau pergi interview, tapi okay, let's say kau the best, and then ada lagi satu lagi candidate which mungkin dia punya education rendah sikit daripada kau, also experience rendah sikit, tapi dia pandai communicate. So bila jumpa dengan interviewer, you know, walaupun kau ada impressive CV, but kau tak boleh nak communicate, bagi tahu dia apa, macam nak, kau tak boleh nak support kau punya CV tu, then you're not gonna get it, you know.
Faham.
Sometimes kita pergi, kita rasa macam confident lah, tapi kita tak dapat, orang lain dapat. Kita tahu orang lain tu dia lagi pandai nak communicate, dia punya skill tu macam mana, nak tunjuk, nak showcase dia punya skill. Sebab kadang-kadang Aku rasa sebagai contoh macam bila kita tengok I'm not gonna I don't like going into politics sebab kita tengok ahli politik kan. Dia pandai nak public speaking.
Yeah.
And dia orang cakap tu macam the way they talk is very macam kita boleh percaya, kita boleh macam percaya lah. Sedangkan all they do is just talk. Kan?
Faham.
Dia orang punya communication skill tu buatkan kita percaya kepada dia orang.
Tapi dia
So similarly,
tapi
padahal kerja tak jalan pun.
Kerja tak jalan pun lah.
That is why macam contoh masa kita belajar ada terms yang kita guna which is goreng kan.
Yeah.
Like kita goreng je kat depan tu. Tapi kita macam tak apa macam ni. Kita tak adalah the best tapi kita tahu macam mana nak goreng, tahu macam mana nak
Convince orang.
So convince orang. So orang pun macam he knows what he's doing. You know, so yeah, you are only as good as your communication skills. Itu sangat-sangat penting lah. And even if, especially kalau korang nak minta, macam cakap contoh tadi kan, tak kerja ke, nak minta increment ke apa ke, you have to be able to communicate and bagi tahu apa yang korang punya skill tu. Solidify korang punya skill tu. Betul, communication is also it's like building a bridge between you and the other person. Bila kau build that solid bridge yang contoh aku dengan kau, and then I build a bridge or that relationship with you, and lagi besar bridge tu, lagi banyak exchange of values can happen. So
then
from there communication is, that's why bagi aku communication macam it's like a building a bridge from one person to another, then which allows for collaboration to happen, and in turn akan bagi lebih value lah kepada both diri sendiri and the other person as well. You know, so in a professional setting juga, as a if you want to be a leader ke, you know, takkan kita nak duduk kat bawah je kan selalu. If you want to move on dalam hierarki kerja tu, you have to be able to communicate effectively, not only to your peers but also to your superiors dengan subordinates. Ada cara-cara dia, and then you have to be able to differentiate that and also communicate effectively lah dalam in creating that relationship with those people. Sebab contoh, let's say you are a CEO or business owner kan. The only way you can convince you punya bekerja untuk you. Sorry, the only way you boleh convince yang bekerja untuk you is through communication. You share your vision of you punya company, you share what's the mission, apa yang korang trying to achieve, you share your passion, and dari situ you can influence people to do the same thing. Because kalau dapat macam kita kan, kita dah kerja kan, kalau kita dapat lead boss ke leader yang kita rasa macam tak confident bila cakap kan, kan ada macam ni kalau kerja ni aku nampak macam ada leader yang jenis bila kita dia minta tu cakap, dia boleh cakap terus, you know, dia boleh cakap straight to the point. Tak ada macam tiba-tiba ambil detour ke kanan ke kiri apa semua, ataupun tak ada macam banyak non-words macam you know, and, but semua tu dia lagi efektif lah bagi aku bila tak ada semua tu. And aku lebih macam like I respect that more. Yeah, so I think it's very important.
Dia tahu macam mana nak convey apa yang dia cuba sampaikan secara efektif
yeah. Yep.
So like even dalam time aku kerja pun, I would say what I can see from my own video or my own leader, right? Because I've encountered dua jenis lah. One, someone yang he makes you comfortable, macam of course kita dengan our superior kita, macam ada gap tu kan, yang yang kita visually kan nampak. But then the first leader that aku ataupun my team leader yang first aku encounter, he really makes you feel comfortable. The way he talks, very confident. But of course, that also is supported by how knowledgeable he is. So not only on papers, but also in how he portrays his skills, his knowledge to it. And by by seeing how he carries himself, how he speaks, dia memberikan lagi motivation, atau kalau dalam working environment dia macam, kau rasa kau nak kerja tau. About how your leader is, how your leader treats you, how he speaks to you, cara dia macam sampaikan, this is how I want things, but at the same time dia tak dilly-dally beating around the bush. Dia memang straight to the point. So I want, this is how you gonna do it. But also there's another leader that, or another superior that I encountered, memang communication wise memang out, but of course he's like in that department is like the top of the top, and he practically knows everything, but cara dia nak convey tu tak sampai, and hence there was a lot of miscommunication happen, and from that banyaklah problem yang tercipta.
True. Understand. And I think a lot of it comes from experience as well lah. Macam I understand macam cakap, mungkin kita tak biasa cakap depan orang apa semua. Kita tak tahu macam nak bezakan cakap dengan peers, cakap dengan superiors, cakap dengan subordinate macam mana. So it all comes with experience. And also macam, at least for me personally, sebab aku pernah public speaking semua tu kan. Join public speaking competition. Even kat you pun pernah juga sekali. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself as a great public speaker, but joining those competition exposed me to great public speakers.
Faham.
So bila aku tengok macam mana dia orang communicate dengan audience, macam mana dia orang share their thoughts and talk about their topic semua tu. So aku dari situ aku nampak how certain orang dia boleh macam mana convey information in a very effective way. Ada yang kurang confident, ada yang pandang bawah. Semua tu aku nampak depan mata.
Faham.
So I think those are the experiences that at least to me it helped quite a lot lah. And a lot of people macam public speaking, macam nak communication, especially public speaking, ada banyak cara, right? Banyak macam mana yang cakap, banyak key points yang kena consider. Macam yalah, benda macam biasa, macam tone kita, the volume, how emotion, semua tu. But the easiest way orang macam mana kita nak nilai diri kita is, I would say, one, what we can do is record ourselves. Record diri kita cakap apa-apa topik. Like it has to be impromptu. Like bukannya kita plan ke apa, just it has to be impromptu. Record 5 minutes video, and then after you done recording, kita buat auditory review. So what that means is, korang naikkan volume, korang tekan play, and then letak phone screen facing down. So korang just dengar apa yang korang cakap je. So daripada situ you know what you punya tone, sama ada you cakap laju ke tak, you cakap tu monoton ke, you cakap macam bosan gila kan. Ataupun you ada cakap macam ada part high note, ada part low note, laju ke tak, semua tu. That's very important. Dan dari situ you guys can take note lah apa yang boleh di-improve. And then also daripada auditory tu kita boleh tahu sama ada apa yang kita sampaikan tu efektif ke tak. You know. And then second is after you dah siap review tu, you buat visual review, which is you mute you punya video tu,
Okay.
and then you just press play and tengok. You tengok your body language, you tengok you punya setiap pergerakan, you jalan macam mana, you jalan, ada jalan ke, tangan buat apa, mata kat mana. You know, do you look confident, do you look very timid, do you move your hand too much, even though dah tak cakap apa-apa tapi tangan still tengah bergerak kan.
Yeah.
So tu pun penting. Or are you macam mana, tangan tu bergerak effectively ke tak. So semua tu penting lah kita tengok. And then after doing visual review, last thing you can do is try to transcribe your video, which kat online banyak. So just masukkan video, nanti diorang akan keluar the text version of your video.
Okay.
So dia akan keluar text kan. Keluar text. Daripada text tu bila baca, korang akan realise korang sebenarnya ada banyak non-words and also filler words dalam tu. Macam and, but, semua tu. So try to highlight all those words and try to eliminate all those words next time. So that itu antara macam teknik yang aku belajar lah. Whenever macam dulu sebelum ni macam pernah apa public speaking semua kan. Macam terus ada techniques. And I think it's a painful process sebab terpaksa tengok diri sendiri and also terpaksa dengar diri sendiri.
Faham.
But I think it's a very good practice, especially in the long run kalau nak communicate depan orang, which if you want to go high up in the hierarchy of workplace, korang akan confirm kena communicate or kena present or kena speak in front of a lot of people. So you better prepare yourself early lah.
Faham. Betul.
Macam tu.
Yeah, I mean, I too have similar experience, but bukannya aku sendiri yang self-train. Like you know, you belajar on how to improve your communication skills. And then only you try to do these practices and to improve yourself.
Yep.
Untuk aku, for me, I have my dad training me from small. Because I would say I have a few of people yang memang great at communication, great at communicating, but then personally my dad yang banyak teach me on, okay, keep your pace. Like aku ingat lagi dia share yang, okay, for every sentence you want to cakap, you got to have that 2-second gap.
Yeah.
So you say something, after 2 seconds, only then you cakap lagi, only then you can keep your pace lah. So I mean, besides that, yeah, betul, ada that pause. Because instead of macam having those, aku dah lupa apa perkataan dia. What's that thing? Those apa semua tu.
Oh yeah, non-words.
Okay, non-words, yeah. So instead of having that, you pause yourself, just stop. Because kenapa kita what apa semua tu, those non-words, is because our brain is trying to process what we're trying to say afterwards. The next thing we're trying to say.
Yeah.
So, you know, those stuff lah that I've been
Yep.
so-called trained since at a younger age.
Yeah. True. Pausing is very important because you give time for the audience to think or process what you said. And
Betul.
also macam bagi kita masa untuk macam process juga at the same time. Kadang kita tak tahu cakap apa kan. So kita pause, fikir jap. Lepas tu kita goreng.
Betul. Kita pandai goreng.
Yeah, true. But I recommend you guys untuk start macam biasakan diri lah untuk bercakap. Because it's quite important. Okay. Let's move on to our next subtopic, which is it's actually our last subtopic.
Okay.
So, is there any do you what macam mana? Do you find any benefit in having a good network?
Benefit in having a good network.
Mm-mm.
Well, I did mention tadi whereby ini dikira sama ada dalam professional or social settings, which is you are able to receive help,
Mm.
can ask for pendapat from others
Yeah.
easily, because
Betul.
sometimes it's not. Sometimes, of course, we think that kita buat benda tu dah betul dah, but we do need a second opinion to
Yeah. True.
solidify that our work, apa yang kita buat tu betul.
Yeah.
Secondly, I would say that having a good network is a way for you to build your own character.
Yeah.
So, bila someone tengok and not tengok, someone review you, or like, okay, trying to pinpoint Wija ni orang dia macam mana.
Yeah.
So, of course, dia akan tengok orang sekeliling dia. Who
Mhm.
is this guy being friends with? Apa suka dia, macam mana suka dia, orang-orang yang dia connect with, what type of people they are. So, having those good connections, good networking would somehow, in a way, defines you as a person.
Yeah. True. Understood.
Yeah.
Ada lagi ke?
One more. Yep. Kalau you connect with people, irregardless whether apa yang you get from it is in a positive or negative way, you get to learn on the type of people that are outside there.
Okay.
Because if you limit yourself to only a small percentage of people in your life, then only those people yang you akan encounter. Or and if you were to jumpa orang yang luar daripada circle yang you are familiar with, you are unable to carry yourself. So the more people you meet, the more people you speak with, the more people you connect with, then lagi senang untuk you approach, atau lagi senang untuk you kenal seseorang tu, because you dah tahu, okay, Oce pula, Oce tu lain. Sebelum ni, aku dah pernah encounter orang yang have similar characteristic. And I
Uh-huh.
can see that the one that I'm speaking to right now ada persamaan. Then I know macam mana aku nak communicate dengan orang ni. How am I supposed to
Mm-hmm.
approach? What is going to make this relationship a good one?
Mm-hmm. Faham?
So that's why I say tak kisahlah that person gives you a negative or those people give you positive or negative punya input. But the more you know people, the more you kenal, the more the type of people that you will understand and encounter with.
Yeah. Faham.
I would say that's pretty much all for me.
Alright.
How about you?
And for me, I'm sure there's a lot of benefits or positive things about having a good network, right?
Yep.
But I would say I think this is macam echo apa yang kau cakap lah.
Yeah.
Macam you'll never know when sometimes things might go wrong for you, but then the people that you meet along the way and have a good network or relationship tu yang akan tolong kau in a way.
Yeah.
So I think it's always nice to create more friends than enemies,
That's true.
so that so that in future bila kita macam perlukan pertolongan, orang boleh tolong. At the same time, kalau diorang pun perlukan pertolongan, kita pun terbuka hati untuk tolong. And then apart from that, I would say having a good network opens a lot of doors of opportunities. Macam it creates a lot of macam possibilities lah untuk kita kat luar. Sometimes orang tu kita cakap tu sebenarnya someone in a position, maybe in a company ke apa ke, then dia boleh refer kita. So refer kita ke boleh recommend kita ke someone ke, boleh hire kita directly ke. So kita tak tahu. So there's a lot of opportunities kalau kita ada good network around us. And also talking about network, it's not just about people having the values yang kita tak ada apa-apa. Bukan. It's about macam kita mention tadi lah, exchange of values. Kita ada nak macam cakap, bukan dia orang je yang provide
Betul.
that opportunity to us, but we also provide that to them as well.
Vice versa.
We bring values. We bring the values to them as well. And I think that is very important and also beneficial lah untuk kita semua. And then sebenarnya banyak benefit to have a good network ni. But then I think most of it is already said by Tuja. And I think if I cakap pun they're just repeating what Tuja said. So
Faham.
I'll just retweet apa yang Tuja cakap tadi.
Nice. Good way to give out your opinions.
Yes. So yeah, do you have anything else, Tuja?
This will be a reminder for myself and also the ones that are listening.
Mm-hmm.
No matter who are the people yang trying to connect with, you're trying to create a connection, a network with, always think that in a way, why we are able to meet and connect with that person is because ada kemungkinan yang in the future, kita tak nampak benda ni kan. In the future, we will meet this person again, or we're gonna have gonna work together ke, tapi benda-benda tu tak nampak. So
Yeah.
there's always a reason why we encounter apa yang we do encounter.
Yeah.
We don't this is what I believe lah, macam kita tak jumpa dengan orang tu, kita tak kenal dengan orang tu without having a reason. Mungkin kita tak nampak benda tu sekarang, tapi down the line
Yeah.
akan ada participation between ourselves and those people.
Yeah, I mean everything happens for a reason and
Betul.
dalam dunia ni, and whether it's for the good or for the bad, it just happens, Sometimes kalau benda tu baik, then bagus lah. Kalau benda tu tak baik, we learn from it and try to improve or try not to repeat the same mistake. Itu je. So
Betul.
whatever it is, I think if you are meeting a new people ke apa ke, just just be nice, be friends, even if you are not comfortable. Macam reminder untuk diri aku sendiri jugalah kan, but just be nice to people, just try to connect and have that good impression with people. Like I said, it's better to create more friends than enemies. So yeah.
Retweet. Tu aku retweet.
Alright. So jangan retweet je. I hope you guys like the video, like the podcast. Subscribe to our channel as well. Don't forget to share, and kalau korang ada apa-apa opinion ke recommendation on topics, please put down below in the comment section. And also jangan lupa follow kita orang di Spotify as well. Kita orang dah dekat Spotify. All the episodes are there. This episode will be there as well. And if you guys have the time, please write a good review for us, I guess. And yeah, We'll see you guys next week.
Alright. Bye
Bye-bye.
guys.